A lot of autoimmune patients often believe that their doctors know best, but this isn't necessarily true. What doctors know is what's in the best interest of the pharmaceutical industry, not what's in the best interest of their autoimmune patients. That's not because your doctor is a bad person. It's simply because that's what they were taught. Your doctor is not a health expert. They are a pharmaceutical expert. Their medical education was simply bought and paid for by the pharmaceutical industry. So they were not taught very simple facts about how the body works and how the body heals. As a result, they tend to turn autoimmune patients into lifelong pharmaceutical customers and surgical candidates. This is what I call being put on the medical conveyor belt. I was on that medical conveyor belt for years. I was diagnosed with a very severe form of ulcerative colitis, an autoimmune disease, when I was a teenager. And by the time I was 18, I was bedridden and wondering if my life was worth living because I didn't see a future ahead of me and I was so sick. I started healing the moment I stopped listening to my doctor's pharmaceutically funded advice. I learned how to do better research than my doctors. I learned the simple facts about how my body works, how the body heals, and how to facilitate that healing. Autoimmune disease does not mean anything has gone wrong with your body. It means your body is doing everything right. Your body is responding perfectly and appropriately to your environment. And if your body didn't make these changes and adaptations that led to autoimmune disease, you wouldn't be alive right now. The standard approach to autoimmunity is silencing symptoms through pharmaceuticals and sometimes surgery. But that's not addressing the real problem. The root problem is environmental, inner and outer environment. Further, when we silence symptoms, we are actually silencing the body's message of what needs to change in the environment and how that environment needs to change. So that can make autoimmune conditions much worse in the long term. Autoimmunity is not just a physical health problem. The body is so wise and powerful that it will eject you from a life that is not suited to your soul. We know that stress contributes to autoimmune conditions. The greatest stress you can ever experience is living a life that's not aligned with your soul. So how do we relieve that stress? We get in alignment at the deepest level. And that's what I dive into also in the autoimmune class. I take a fully holistic approach. We look at the root causes in the outer environment, in the inner environment. We dive into releasing trapped emotions, releasing trauma, changing nutrition and lifestyle and supplements. Everything is covered in this program. What would your life look like if you were free from autoimmunity and pharmaceuticals? What would it look like if you weren't limited by health challenges and flare-ups and pain and digestive issues? What would it look like if you could travel whenever you want to, wherever, and not worry about this? You could dedicate yourself to your hobbies, your career. You could be fully engaged in your family life. This is a journey to not just autoimmune freedom in your life, but freedom in so many other areas of your life. I would love to support you on that journey in the autoimmune class. Thank you for watching, and here's to your health.